An update to the hurricane forecast from Colorado State University, and they have decreased their numbers even more, going with 9 named storms total, 4 hurricanes and only 1 major. Now, their June forecast was 11, 5, and 2, and on average 14, 7, and 3. So their June forecast was not too far away from the average, but this update is even lower. So they are really thinking we're not going to see much activity. And considering that Arthur has already formed, they're anticipating we only see 8 more. Something to keep in mind, though. One of the reasons is we're expecting a very strong, in particular, maybe record-setting, strengthening El Nino, especially during the peak months of hurricane season. That's great, but that only impacts the main development region of the Atlantic. So the Caribbean out into the Atlantic. This does not really play a role in the Gulf of Mexico. So 8, that's great, lower number, but it only takes 1, and it's possible that we see the majority of those a little bit closer to home. And it's the ones closer to home that I tend to be a little bit more concerned about. Thankfully, nothing is expected in the next 7 to 10 days. Even long-range models are keeping us pretty quiet going later into toward the end of July. So what is our focus? Our normal summer pattern continuing over the next several days. And I think even so for this weekend, but definitely by the end of the weekend and early next week, our rain chances start picking up. Had our more pop-up shower thunderstorm variety during the day today. Most of those gone. A little light rain in a few spots, heavier storms north of Baton Rouge and in southern Terrebonne Parish and around Morgan City. And where those storms had developed, we still have the leftover cloud cover from those earlier storms. We're still in a pattern with this upper level troughing. What that just does is it creates more instability and a more likelihood of rain developing. And that has been the case over the last several days. It continues today and will continue over the next several days. So rain chances generally in that 30 to 40% variety. There's still plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, and if the storms are able to kind of tap into that, you can see an isolated downpour or two. Thankfully, didn't really see much of that today, not like yesterday's heavy rain that we saw develop right over the city. But again, as far as timing goes, afternoon, evening is when most of our shower thunderstorm development occurs. By late evening and night, rain comes to an end. Same on Friday morning, and probably starting to see an increase in that rain chance come Saturday, because as we head into the weekend and early next week, a couple of things are going to be happening. We're going to see a surge of more moisture coming in. It's already humid outside, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the moisture throughout the entire atmosphere. As that becomes more abundant, you typically do see more rain. And what rain you do see can be heavier. At the same time, especially Monday and Tuesday, we are going to get a front to move into the area. That front is going to be the trigger for more rainfall. So the surge in what we call atmospheric moisture or available moisture, that surges starting Sunday and continues into Monday and Tuesday. And notice this drier air, that's the front right over the area. That is what will help to increase our rain chances and the possibility of some flooding rain. So we go from 50 to 60% this weekend, a little bit more than just normal, to 80% on Monday and Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday right now looking to be our wettest days and a possibility of some heavy downpours leading to flooding. We'll be watching that closely. 40% as we wrap up the week. Not a washout, but definitely better chances for rain this weekend. Kind of a washout Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances begin tapering by mid next week.